Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your monthly message for March 2021 and beyond, whenever the universe nudges you to watch. I do consider these readings timeless, so whenever it's placed into your awareness, if you feel that nudge to watch, there could indeed be a message here for you. Nonetheless, they are general, so I can't possibly expect them to connect with everybody, although I hope you find a message here. But if you don't, maybe consider checking out my Pick a Card playlist for other messages, or my zodiac sign reading playlist that has timeless messages. So there could be something else there for you instead. So let's take a look. Let's see what the main energy is for you, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for March 2021 and beyond, whenever the universe nudges you to watch. So let's see, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, what is the main energy for you for this monthly message? Oh, nice. So business venture, it says trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. So there you go. If you've been wondering if it's the right thing to do or if it's a good idea, this is saying to trust yourself and follow through with your ideas towards whatever it is you're considering right now. Could be that some of you are contemplating a change in career or being self-employed, or maybe even going into business with someone. There's an idea brewing is what this is telling me, but this is saying for you to trust your instincts and go ahead and do it, right? So Aquarius, let's see, whatever it is that you're contemplating, maybe it's not literally a business venture, but it's an idea that you have for yourself. And maybe you're wondering if it's the right thing to do. And this is basically saying, yeah, go ahead and follow through with it. If maybe watching this reading is the confirmation and the green light that you were looking for, right? Because sometimes we seek messages from spirit to give us that thumbs up or that okay, where we feel like, yeah, okay, this makes sense now. Yeah, maybe I should do that, right? Maybe I shouldn't hesitate. It could be a career move. Maybe some of you are looking to learn something new or get further education. So whatever it is that you're debating that has to do with business, career, maybe even finances, because we have money, we have coins in this card. This is saying to follow through with it. So let's see if we can get 3 cards, Aquarius, for this monthly message, March 2021 and beyond. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whenever the universe nudges you to watch. Okay, so, well, all right, we have the Judgment energy, the Hermit, which would also indicate the feeling of like being in deep contemplation over it, over something, and you're soul searching for answers. King of Cups. King of Cups is telling you to follow your heart, though, and your intuition, right? It says trust and follow through. Yeah, because the Cups energies are highly intuitive, like they're water signs, right? So they usually follow their gut instinct or their intuitive feeling, because that little voice, right, that speaks to you, when you hone that skill of intuition, it becomes easier to follow. And this is kind of telling me, yeah, follow your heart. I know that sounds so cheesy and cliche to say, but the King of Cups indeed would follow the intuitive nudges of the heart, just like the Queen. You know, any of the Cups would. They go in pursuit of what their heart is calling them to do. And oddly enough, you have the Judgment energy here, which is a response to a call on the heart, maybe, with the King of Cups. Because if you think about this card, you'll see that, you know, this lady is waking up to something. She's realizing something. She's lifted herself up out of a stupor because she's heard the call. Could be a divine call. We do have an angel blowing a trumpet. So this card always gives me the feeling of hearing the call and responding to the call. Could be a divine calling some of you are receiving, and it's just now, you know, it's time to snap up and get to it, right? This is the feeling this reading is giving me. If there's an idea that you've been debating and contemplating and seeking answers deep within yourself about, Great Spirit is like, look, you got the internal inspiration, right? You've gotten the nudge. Now it's time for you to act upon that nudge and get to it, to follow your heart. Your soul already knows what it needs to do, what it wants to do, what it aspires to do. Follow through with that. Go and do that. The Hermit energy is always being divinely guided. It's an energy that has the star in its lamp. The star is a symbol of faith and hope and divine guidance. So to me, this is saying that this calling or purpose that you feel led to pursue is a, oh, what's that? I just got the vibe and then I like left my mind. I hate when that happens. A thought comes in and then goes right out the other door. Anyhow, the star energy is in his lamp and he's being divinely guided to pursue something, maybe pursue a calling or even, yeah, King of Cups, passion project. Your heart's calling. Your soul is calling you to do something and Spirit's like, yeah, go and do that. Why are you sitting here? You already know what your purpose is, or you've been guided and inspired in a certain direction. Now it's time to respond to that inner calling. It kind of feels like the Hermit has been sitting on this, and some of you may have been sitting on this idea for a while, or sitting with yourself to try to find out what your calling or your purpose is. And it could be that some of you are in a position where you don't quite know what it is, but you're seeking answers to find out what it is. This is telling me that you will get a nudge to reveal that to you. Because the lady in the card here rises up, right? She's been asleep. So some of you could have been asleep for some time to what your purpose is. And the Hermit, as the Hermit, you've been doing that soul searching to find out what that is. And then finally you hear the call, you hear the trumpet, you get the news that you need, or you get the confirmation or message that you need. And suddenly it all makes sense to you, right? But now that you know, all right, when this happens, when you finally know what that is, this is also saying, please don't hesitate and go follow your heart. Because this is something that intuitively now you can't pretend that you didn't hear or that you didn't know. It's this feeling of once you know it, you can't unknow it. Now you know what your calling is. You must go pursue it. Some of you have sat on this in deep contemplation for a very long time and have been wondering, okay, when is the moment? When should I pursue this? And this is also saying, well, maybe you sat on it too long. The time is now. Better late than never. Also, the Judgment energy is an energy where the past is being lifted from you. It's a liberation card because there's really nothing to hold you back anymore and you're free. So this is saying you're also free to pursue the passion or the thing on the heart that the King of Cups is, right? He's looking out into the distance. There's something like, creative energy surrounding the situation. It could be a creative project or business venture that you have on the heart and you've been wondering, should you do this? Should you not do this? This is kind of saying, yeah, the time is now. Please follow through with that. I think the Hermit has thought about it long and hard, or taken enough time out to think about it long and hard. And now it's time to rise up to the occasion. He didn't answer the call. You can't pretend you didn't hear it or that you didn't get the answers you were seeking, because they're coming. If you haven't gotten them already, they're coming. And once they get revealed to you, you're not going to be able to sit on it like the Hermit much longer. You're going to have to follow that divine guidance and inspiration. And with authority, like a king, right? King of Cups. You're going to have to respond to that call. With the Judgment, there's really nothing to hold you back anymore. There's no obstacles. There's no hindrances. this is that phoenix rising from the ashes moment where it's like the old gets burned away. Any obstacles, blockages, or hindrances get burned away. You're able to lift yourself up out of a situation that maybe you've been stuck in for some time. Say goodbye to the past and truly move in the direction of the way that your soul is asking you to move. So trust yourself to make that move or embark upon that journey to answer the call or purpose that you feel that you have. Listen to your intuition, your instincts. Follow your gut. Act upon that inspiration or divine guidance. I'm also getting vibes of like step into your authority, or I'm getting vibes of like divine authority bestowed upon you now. There's confidence in the way that maybe Great Spirit is moving you or nudging you. Like it's like having confidence as a king, right? To act upon the nudges of your heart and soul. That takes confidence and authority, right? And you get to a point where it's like, okay, this is it. I'm trusting Spirit. I'm doing this. I'm just going to roll with it and see where it takes me. And that does take trust and confidence and spirit, stepping into one's own spiritual authority. And I see you guys doing that. I also feel like this business venture could be a way to reinvent yourself, because sometimes the judgment energy can talk about a reinvention or a rebirth moment, like a renaissance of sorts. This is a personal renaissance, it feels like, happening in your life, Aquarius. All right, well, I mean, let's see if we can get 3 cards here. You could have a King of Cups in your life as well, who is maybe going to be that business partner or somebody to extend a hand, is kind of what this is giving me because of the body posture, to help you out as well. So let's see if we can get 3 cards. It might not even be like a business project or career move or something like that, but it could just be something that you feel led to do, inspired to undertake, and maybe some of you have sat on it for a while, even though you've heard the call, and now it's time to move in the direction of that thing because your heart won't let you sit on it much longer. And Spirit won't either, because again, once you get the knowing, once you get the call, once you understand what your purpose is or what you're supposed to be doing, you're not going to be able to sit on that and hide in your cave like the hermit forever. The hermit goes into the cave so that way he can find out what his soul needs, and he can find what the answers are for the journey moving forward. And this is giving me vibes of you will know what that is, and you will have to respond to it in order to, again, be your best self, to stand in your own personal authority and act upon those, your own inner nudges with confidence. So let's see if we can get 3 cards here, Aquarius. Okay, look at that. Intuition. Let's see. Aha. Ceremony. That's my alignment card as well, and partnership card. So again, if you are maybe contemplating a business partnership or joining forces of some sort with somebody, and it's also an energy of alignment. So again, coming into alignment with your higher self, balancing yin and yang. It's alchemical energy, divine masculine, feminine within ourselves. Yeah, this is about you coming into alignment with your higher self by pursuing something that maybe you've been contemplating with the hermit or meditating on for quite some time. but your intuition is asking you to act upon, you know, judgment energy is asking for you to act upon the intuitive nudges that you've been led or called to undertake. So let's see what this card says. Wow. Okay, so yeah, so that's your perseverance. Yeah, I mean, this is about trusting in yourself and your own ability to achieve. Your intuition and your spiritual nudges are guiding you to respond to something or do something. And pursuing that divine inspiration is going to bring you into alignment with something that's meant for you, or what your purpose is, or what your calling, your true calling is. But you're going to have to act upon the inspiration or the nudges of your heart and the way that spirit is calling you. But just know that, again, once you finally step into your personal power and have confidence in yourself and the way that these intuitive nudges are guiding you, you're just going to end up putting yourself on the path to achieve a lot of things. Achieve the wishes and the calling of your heart. The perseverance energy is saying that you can do this. Again, have confidence in yourself. Act upon those spiritual nudges with authority. Perseverance energy, you know, talks about swimming upstream, right? Just like salmon or whatever it is swim upstream. They have to persevere through the current. They swim in the opposite direction of the current, right? But it's for a purpose, a big purpose. It's to spawn and procreate and multiply. They're not going against the grain or the current for no reason. They have a huge purpose. That is their calling. They are just naturally, instinctively guided to go in that direction, even though it doesn't make sense to maybe us looking from the outside in, right? And that might apply to some of you out there who have a calling or inspiration, and it might seem crazy to somebody else looking from the outside in, but there's a purpose behind it. A big purpose. Like, you look at, you know, if you're ever in the wild and you were to see something like that, you'd be like, why the heck are these fish swimming in the opposite direction? There's so much resistance and so much, like, it makes it so much more complicated, unnecessarily, right? And that's the thing, you know, it might feel or seem difficult or hard, or biting off more than you can chew, let's say. But Aquarius, this is saying you have what it takes to persevere and to pursue this. Don't let the current going in the opposite direction, let's say, stop you from pursuing your purpose. Have confidence in yourself, trust yourself, and follow through with the idea that you have. Because what it's going to do is put you into alignment with your higher self and with your higher calling. You have what it takes to pursue this and achieve what you set out to do. Alright, so let's see if we can get 3 cards here. I said 3, right? Well, yeah, I meant 2, but I'll take 3. I'll take 3. Everybody else got 2, so that's all right. Let's see what we got here. Wow. So we have the sun. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune, and we do have the sun here 2 times in this card. The sun is a symbol of success and enlightenment and clarity. Ah, look at that. Insight opens the third eye to strengthen intuition and we have the intuition card. So again, follow your inner nudges, follow your instincts. Trust those instincts. And look, Spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. Absolutely. They are looking out for you. They got your back. They're watching out for you. Spirit is nudging you. Those intuitive nudges aren't placed there for nothing. They're placed there for a purpose. And again, once you receive the calling or once you hear the call, you can't pretend like you didn't hear it. Spirit's not going to let you pretend that you didn't hear it. Just know that as you pursue this venture or idea, you are being helped, assisted along the way. Because to me, this is how I see it. If Spirit places a nudge on your heart or divinely inspires you with something, and you act upon that calling and you respond to that calling, then guess what? Spirit also has a duty to help you fulfill that calling. Right? Think about that for a minute. Why would Spirit put that divine inspiration on your heart and push you in that direction if it wasn't going to help you achieve it? So let's roll the dice for some angel numbers, okay, Aquarius? If you're not familiar with my channel, what I do is I roll the dice to get numbers. These numbers can confirm some things already said in this reading or provide additional messages that you need personally. I always recommend doing your own research, finding a source that you trust. I could recommend a source, but it could be one you don't resonate with, and at that point, you could lose the magic. So I always say do your own research, find an interpretation or a source that you feel comfortable with. I also don't recommend a source because at the end of the day, I want you to find your own magic, right? If I were to give you a shortcut to a source to interpret the numbers, you might miss out on certain synchronicity and serendipitous events that Spirit wants you to find along the way to finding those numbers. And I don't want to rob you of that experience, so I don't give you a source. All right, so let's see what these angel numbers or what angel numbers come up for you, Aquarius. All right, we have 8. There we go. 4. Whoa. 847 is your angel number, Aquarius. So go ahead and look up that number and see. Look, and your candle just went out. Look at that. It just went out. So go ahead and look up that number and see what that says to you. If you feel that this reading has helped or connected, by all means, please go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know. If you want to support this channel, like, share, subscribe, click the bell for notification. I upload often so that way you don't miss videos, and every interaction does help this channel grow. And to support this channel maybe even further, if you ever in need of a personal reading, check me out on Etsy. Or if you ever want to purchase a piece of handmade crystal jewelry that I make with my 2 hands when I'm not doing so many other things. In my free time, I get very creative. Please support my channel. Visit my Etsy shop. You could book a reading or purchase a piece of jewelry at any time. So much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, Aquarius. Take care and keep shining.